Alright folks, welcome to another episode of High End Cheap Tech. I'm going to go off tonight a little bit on reviewers. Been a long day, so I've been thinking about this for a while. What a lot of reviewers overlook when they do reviews, especially on smartphones, they'll go right into the how good is it in 4K? Or it doesn't have 4K video recording. Seriously? 4K is like a ridiculously high number that you'll never be able to see on your new budget phone. I mean, if you're coming to this site, you're here looking for budget phones, budget laptops. Seriously? We don't care. And then they'll show you those videos, and that's all great info. And then they'll move immediately away off the videos. That's it. As if there's no 1080p, there's no 720p, there's no front-facing camera at whatever it be. Nope, they're done. It doesn't have electronic or optical image stabilization. Or it does have. And here's how it looks. Or you gotta put open camera to get to it. In many cases, though, they don't finish the review and tell you every shooting mode on the phone. Does it come with EIS or not? EIS is electronic image stabilization. If you've got that, your videos are going to look relatively steady. And since you're only shooting, for most of us, I mean me, okay, I would, if I'm going to upgrade, I need to see EIS at 1080p at least for work. But in most cases, you won't need it. You're shooting shots of your little granddaughter at her first birthday party not being able to blow out the candle. Do you really need to put it in a mode that is so big that you are going to use up half your data budget on your phone to upload it to your friends? No. And you can't send it by email. It'll get blocked. And if you post it on YouTube, it's going to get compressed all the shit anyway. Oh, it'll still be 4K. But compressed. Yeah, okay. So, just to note to your reviewers out there, even the ones I recommend, you have a habit. Break it. Now let's move on to the rest of the story, which is the Honor 8X. I finally found it's not a full review, but it's a comparison between the Honor 8X, which I'm trying to decide whether to recommend or not, and the iPhone XS. And when I first saw the title, I was like, oh my god. Let's get to the actual video here, and you might find it entertaining. So folks, getting back to that whole thing about 4K video before we get into the Honor 8X. 4K means 3840 by 2160 in general. You can Google it just like I did. If you're buying a budget phone, you'll be lucky to get 1920 by 1080. That's 1080p. And in most cases, you'll get 720 on a lot of budget phones. It'll look just as damn good. You're not going to be watching 4K videos. You're shooting your grandkids, your wife, a picture of your new car, a video, a walk around, whatever. Now, for me, I would like 1080p with EIS or OIS, and that's one of my gripes. These websites, this is the owner. Excuse me. 8X, and in no uncertain terms do they ever tell you. Oh, they tell you how pretty it is, how fast it is, and it's all those things. Those are all good. Although the car doesn't actually come out of the screen. And you're probably going to order the 64 gig model if you have any brains. And it's got a good sized battery, but nowhere do they mention, oh, they tell you about this. They do have a night mode on it, just like the Huawei P20. Fantastic. And it has some slow motion stuff. But never do they mention if the videos are shot with OIS, EIS, or if it's even available. This is pretty typical across the line of smartphone and everyone else. They just ignore it. So now let's get on to the Honor 8X. This guy over at Techspert. I saw this title, Honor 8X better than an iPhone. And I'm thinking, another guy comparing, just to get hits. And he got lots of hits. Views, whatever you want to call them. They are what they are. So, in truth, he gave this thing a positive review. And I finally learned that the Honor 8X does not have any stabilization. I'm okay with that. For me, it kind of cuts it out of my diet because it's a little too expensive. Based on what he's telling us, about 250 British pounds, that means about 250 US dollars, roughly. It may end up being cheaper. You simply can't find it if you go over here and hit buy now on Huawei's site. Oh, buy it in every third world hellhole on earth, but not in the US just yet. You can find it on eBay, I believe, for like $243. But watch his little review and comparison, and you might decide this is one for you. Based on what I've seen here, I'm going to recommend this to a lot of folks if the video portion of the cameras isn't what you want. Watch his review. Watch his camera comparison. He does the whole schmear in, 7-8 minutes. Pretty good. So, we'll leave it at that and say that's all we have for tonight. As of this point, I'm recommending the Honor 8X as a budget phone worth buying this year. That's all I got.
town.